My name is Christian Leitner. I am the art director for Diablo, Reaper of Souls.
Diablo was defeated. You should all run. No one can stop death.
So an art director is very much responsible for anything visual that has to do with the game. That means UI, character designs, environment designs, color, settings, thematics, all that stuff is very much, if it has anything to do visually, it's my responsibility.
You do.
Once I graduated, I basically started really applying myself for drawing and very quickly realized that it was a passion I had and something I was very good at. I had done what I wanted to do in comics and I was sort of exploring other avenues to follow, and I just really fell in love with video games. I've always played video games since I'm 10 years old, so that's always been a passion. But then really sort of doing it as an actual profession, that's been for a little bit over 10 years now. When I got the job on Diablo III, I was really excited. The biggest job there was to make sure that everybody's sort of on the same page and we're sort of all doing, that the pieces fit together nicely. And then really let the people that work on the game artistically be as awesome as they can possibly be. On Reaper of Souls, we're really excited because what we did is, I think we looked at our bad guy, our arch villain, Malthael, who's the angel of death. And when you're making a game like Diablo where there's a lot of randomization and you are traveling from area to area to area, there's choices you want to make that basically enhance that experience. The things that make Diablo for me is a certain gothic darkness, the medieval sort of tones, lots of monsters, and basically this undercurrent of you're basically the hero in Sanctuary that is fighting between two bigger than life forces, the high heavens and the burning hells, and you're sort of in this eternal conflict and you're the one thing that can save it. The game's about loot. We all love loot. That's the thing that drives us to Diablo, where you want to kill the monsters, have fun doing that, and kill them and get the loot from them. Some of the main goals were readability. We know that Diablo goes at a certain speed, at a certain cadence. So we want to make sure that both the skill effects that we give to our characters or the classes don't interfere necessarily with that, but also make you feel very powerful, but also that the characters are easily to find and click on. The other thing is too, for the backgrounds, we want to make sure that they don't interfere with the foreground action. So our heroes and our monsters are front and center stage, and everything else becomes a supporting structure for that main action. It's a very powerful sort of loop of visually supporting the game goals. Monsters is one of those things where everybody wants to be involved. The ideas oftentimes come from anywhere. It could start with a sketch. Oftentimes design will come to us and say, we need a monster that sort of does this. And then we start ideating for just different looks. And even within, when we ideate for the look, sometimes different ideas come up, and it's a very collaborative process. We have a concept team that does a lot of concepting for it, and then we have character artists that are amazing. They work on the monsters in different iterations. Blizzard has a few different development teams on campus. So we have World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, Diablo, and Hearthstone. For example, on Heroes of the Storm, Sam Wise is the art director, and Sammy knows these characters better than anybody, including Diablo characters. Like, he has a really good feel for what works within his camera and his needs, but still make sure that it's true to Diablo, or it's true to StarCraft, or it's true to WoW. If you do really good art, I think, and you don't necessarily rely on technology to do all the work for you. And I don't mean that that's bad necessarily, but I think if you're just doing great art, I think that does hold a value that just goes longer. Malthael right now would be my favorite, absolutely. It just, what's not to love about death, right?